You thought you were gonna be watching Tattletale Strangler vs. Tsuyu, but it is I, Combo Breaker, here to plug several things. Actually, there's a lot of plugs I have to do. This actually might become a fire hazard. Well, let's go ahead and get things started before something catches on fire. Anyway, let's start off by plugging my Discord like I always do. You see there's a link to my Discord in the description down below that you can go ahead and click on and join. I really hope you guys join because it's a lot of fun in there. You can post memes, talk to me, suggest battles, and just have a lot of fun. Also, you get hints for what the next fight's gonna be. Despite how cryptic and next to impossible they are, it's a hint. Also in the description you'll find links to both of my t-shirts. There's an awesome looking Captain Fishbowl head one and one of myself. And I mean really, who doesn't want to wear me on a t-shirt? That's like the greatest thing ever. Automatic chick magnet if you ask me. But also, there's a Combo Breaker win-loss record in case you want to see every character who's ever been on my show, every fight they've ever been in, and if they won or lost. It's a great way to go back and look at how the fuck Little Mac has an undefeated record. I'm gonna go ahead and give my thank yous right now here in the plug. First of all, I gotta give a huge thank you to the Great Demon for helping me out a shit ton with the Tsuyu research, and I gotta give another huge shout out to the Ghost Host Boy, because not only did he edit together probably the greatest abomination you'll ever see later in this episode, but he also put together a small animation for me you'll see during one of the analyses. Analyses? What's the plural of analysis? I don't fucking know. Can we get on with the episode already? Oh hey, you're finally awake. Yes, onward to the episode.
Step inside my twisted world, where heroes will collide. Villains are the only evil, there are no fucking sides. Every match will test their stats, every loss and win are weighed. Any chance they thought they had could all end up in vain on Combo Breaker.
Fish! No, not this shit again. We just used Fish Bungin. I am not covering another muscular fish man, alright? It ain't happening. What? No. I mean, today's fight is based completely around the life of fish. You see, fish in fiction, just like people, can have jobs, families, lives, and most importantly for the sake of this episode, can be both good and evil. Hey, wait a second. I just, saw the episode we're doing and you're aware that frogs aren't fish, right? Shit! Secondary characters in the color green, am I right? Okay, this is somehow even worse than your original intro. I'm just gonna go ahead and hijack the intro so we can get into the actual episode. You see, aquatic creatures, just like people, can be both good and evil, and today's fighters represent that perfectly. We're of course talking about the Tattletale Strangler, the most evil and diabolical villain from Spongebob Squarepants. And Tsuyu, aka Froppy, the rainy season hero, and the cute frog lady from My Hero Academia. Villains! The most diabolical and horrendous people in fiction, but damn do I love villains. They're just so damn cool, with their badass weapons and their willingness to rip apart and brutally murder anyone who gets in their way. I mean, come on, every villain is lemons! I mean, batshit crazy, I mean, cool as shit! Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the villain, because for every Joker, Negan, Handsome Jack, or Bowser, you have New 52 Lobo, MCU Whiplash, the Raving Rabbids, and fucking Marvel's Toad. Honestly, villains can make or break a story. Oh god, New 52 Lobo. But yeah, you're definitely right. And today we're talking about one of the greatest and most memorable villains of all time. Oh my god, we're using Darth Vader again? Oh man, I can't wait to talk about lightsabers and the Force. It's just so damn badass. He can choke people from miles away and cut through enemies like Jason through a teenager's skull. But no. This guy's even better than Darth Vader. Hell, he can even do Vader's signature move of strangling people better than him. If that didn't immediately give it away, I'm of course talking about the Tattletale Strangler. I'm sorry, do you mean that one-off villain Choker McGee from SpongeBob SquarePants? Yes I do. Although I do definitely need to go ahead and correct you on something super important before we even decide to continue. You see, choking is when something gets stuck in someone's windpipe, most often when eating something. You see what the Strangler is doing right there with his bare hands. Oh buddy, that's strangling. Crushing the windpipe with applied force. Yeah sure, calm down there, Handsome Jack. Anyway, we have some actual stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and talk about the Tattletale Strangler's powers and abilities before we get hit with a copyright strike so hard our channel will be paying a visit to It'll Do in hell. Well, starting things off is the one and only power the Tattletale Strangler actually has, which would be hammer space. How the hell does a hammer have its own space? Well, then again, Mjolnir is made from a dying star, and it does hold the God Storm in it. Okay, never mind, that checks out. That's not what I mean by hammer space. Wait, then what the hell is hammer space? Well, have you ever seen a character like Deadpool or like Fish Bungin pull an item out of what seems like their ass? Well, yeah, but I just assumed they shoved everything way up there. Well, maybe Deadpool would, but in the case of other characters like Doomguy and more importantly the Strangler, hammer space is essentially a pocket dimension where certain characters can store things for later use. Kind of like Kirby's stomach, but, you know, it doesn't require constant use of Tums and excessive vomiting to access, you know, any of their items. Did you just compare some random one-off Spongebob villain to fucking Doomguy, the Slayer of Hell? Yes, I did! I can't even express how stupid that is. Well, with hammer space explained, we can now talk about what the Tattletale Strangler has in terms of arsenal. He's a cartoon fish who started in a single episode. What the hell could he possibly have in his arsenal? Unless you're gonna start telling me he has like a persona or some shit. Well, I mean, he does have this giant pair of scissors he can use to cut things. And more importantly, with these scissors, he can star in my favorite anime, Kill La Kill. Oh god, my fucking eyes! Why? Why does this exist? Where's the bleach? Someone please! Oh, you see I used it all last episode because of you, and now you can never unsee the Life Fiber Strangler! Okay. It took me some time to go find an interdimensional Walgreens, but I bought some bleach, and now I'm good to continue. So what's next to the Strangler's arsenal? Well, he has a fake mustache that he can wear to hide his identity. It's literally a dollar store mustache. How the hell does he use that to hide his identity? I mean, he left the fucking price tag on, for God's sake. Well, yeah, but he fooled SpongeBob with it. SpongeBob's a fucking dumbass. I mean, he's a full-grown person, and yet he can't get his driver's license. Yeah, but I mean, SpongeBob found the receipt for the mustache and didn't recognize him, and nobody in Bikini Bottom could see past the mustache either. Hell, even when the Strangler Sheriff ripped off his mustache, SpongeBob just asked him why he did that without shaving cream. Despite the fact that SpongeBob's been thinking about and seeing pictures of the Strangler all day. It's all I can think about. His life is literally on the line, and he couldn't recognize the man. Okay, so either everybody in Bikini Bottom's a fucking moron with an IQ that's equal to that of a fucking French toast stick, or the Strangler has Clark Kent levels of bullshit on his side when it comes to hiding in plain sight. And I really don't want to accept the fact that Superman and the Tattletale Strangler have literally anything in common. Well then don't, but we do have 2 or maybe 1.5 more powers to talk about. Well, obviously the man has Toon Force because, well, he's a SpongeBob character, and thus he's shown he can survive stupid amounts of damage. Yeah, but none of those powers or weapons even compare to his best power. I'm actually scared about what you're gonna say. Well, let me ask you a question then. You know who Kenshiro is, right? No! We're talking about a one-off SpongeBob villain. I refuse to let you compare him to Kenshiro as magic exploding, stopping death hand, heart destruction attacks, alright? Kenshiro is essentially a god. We are not comparing the Tattletale Strangler to him. Well, I mean, you're right. The Tattletale Strangler doesn't have to use his hands to do what I'm about to talk about. You see, the Tattletale Strangler is so intimidating and scary that his picture alone turned Larry the Lobster into a cooked lobster dinner with lettuce and a plate and everything, which is just Fist of the North Star levels of absolutely fucking stupid and awesome. I can't even fathom how fucking stupid that is. That's motherfucking... It makes no sense! Damn it! Well, with powers out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about feats. Wait, we're already moving on to feats? Damn, that was quick. Well, surprisingly, the one-off villain didn't have much in terms of gear or powers. You know what? That's a fair point. Anyway, the Strangler's pretty damn strong as he can manhandle the head part of a car seat, and he can easily snap through a shit ton of metal chains in mere seconds. He can hold a large pair of scissors over his head with a single hand, and he's able to run straight through walls. Plus, he's so strong and tough, he actually scares Mr. Krabs, Larry the Lobster, and several other tough Bikini Bottom citizens into running away or just straight up dying just with a picture of himself. And it's also implied that he's previously killed Bikini Bottom citizens before, which is stupidly impressive when you consider the fact that nuclear explosions are a normal, almost daily occurrence for these guys. Holy shit, what the hell, Nickelodeon? That's dark. That's straight up murder. Well, you know, SpongeBob used to do fun episodes like the Tattletale Strangler and the Alaskan Bullworm. But now they just suck. I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway, SpongeBob's once survived having all the Earth's water hit him in the face all at once, so that should tell you the Strangler could really hit ridiculous levels of power. The Strangler's also really freaking fast, as he can throw things at high speeds, and he can escape the cops easily. Hell, he can even outpace SpongeBob for short periods of time. He's durable enough to have his head open up and create a mushroom cloud style explosion, as well as have SpongeBob stick his spiky ass cleats in his eyes for 6 hours straight. Man, SpongeBob's a dick. Why didn't he wear softer shoes like Crocs if he's gonna be standing on the Strangler's eyes? Oh, because it isn't 2009 and nobody owns a pair of Crocs. You own a pair of Crocs? I mean, no I don't. Okay then. Anyway, the Stranglers also run through walls, falling out of airplane with no visible damage, and we see him in the background of later episodes, which means he should be no stranger to surviving the near-daily nuclear explosions of Bikini Bottom. Explosions in Bikini Bottom. Sounds like there's more than just dance moves being busted in there. Well, you win, guy. I guess I'll pay you your $50 after the episode. Win what? I bet him $50 that you wouldn't make a sex joke when talking about Bikini Bottom. That was a really stupid bet. I mean, you were literally, you know me, right? We live in the same area. You should just know that was a terrible bet. Clearly, I instantly regretted making it, but I'm glad it was only 50 bucks. Anyway, the Strangler is also incredibly smart. He was smart enough to trick all of Bikini Bottom into thinking that he wasn't the Strangler by simply wearing a fake mustache with a price tag still on it. Hell, he even convinced Patrick Star that he was the Strangler the entire time. Quite easily, might I add. Like, seriously, this shit actually happened. How the actual hell? Yeah, Patrick isn't exactly smart. I mean, seriously, look at this man.
Oh, I know. 2 giant pink bubbles. Wait, Spongebob. We're not cavemen. We have technology.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Touché. Well, the Tattletale Strangler isn't perfect. If he gets pushed to his limit, the Strangler will freak the fuck out. And unlike Cloud Stripe with his cool limit breaks, this one doesn't result in a vicious attack. On top of that, if he gets caught in a surprise party, he'll get incredibly agitated and then sit in a chair while he waits it out. Also, he won't strangle you if people are around, so he needs to actually trick people into going to a more secluded area so he can, well, choke you to death. You might want to change that wording. He doesn't choke anyone. Strangle them to death. Happy now? Yes, I am. No matter what, though, the Tattletale Strangler is ready to strangle his way to a kill, so don't you dare tell on him.
That's it. I gotta get out of town till I can find a bodyguard.
Bodyguard, huh? I might be able to help you out.
You don't understand, mister. I need protection from the scariest guy in town. Here's his picture.
He doesn't look so tough.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtains on the Muppet Show tonight. Okay, calm down there, Max. This is Combo Breaker, not Maximum Combat. Hey, my name isn't Max, it's... Let's make sure we beep that in editing. Anyway, let's try and keep the Maximum Combat references to a minimum. Minimum Combat? What did I literally just fucking say? Ugh, fine. I mean, let's just be real though here. Tsuyu is just a gender-bent superhero version of Kermit. Well, yeah, but Tsuyu is way more attractive than Kermit. I mean, you find me one person whose waifu is Kermit. Okay then, I can't say that really surprises me, actually. The more you know. So with sexy Kermit out of the way... Oh god, why did you say that? I can't unimagine that now. Well, we have quite a bit to cover when it comes to Tsuyu. Yeah, but before we can cover any of her powers specifically, we need to cover what her quirk is, which is... Toad! What? No, she's not an X-Men villain. Although her powers are suspiciously exactly like his. But marvelously close characters aside, Tsuyu's quirk is called Frog. Oh yeah, thanks to this quirk, Tsuyu gains several frog-like features, like an adorable face, her more slouched posture, not to mention it makes her stand kinda like Spider-Man. Well, at least my pop figure of her does. You think her face is cute? Dude, she looks like that Momo thing. Ugh. God, I'm gonna censor that for everybody, that's fucking horrifying. Let's just go ahead and forget about that and start talking about Tsuyu's actual powers. You see, thanks to her frog quirk, Tsuyu, just like Spider-Man with Spider, gains several amazing frog abilities, such as being able to jump incredible heights like Mario, and even the power to cling onto and climb any surface just like Spider-Man. Living on the edge, fighting crime and licking badge, jumping from the highest ledge, she can leap above her heads. Villains on the rise and the city's victimized, looking up with no surprise, arriving in the speed of time. Spectacular, spectacular Tsuyu. Spectacular, spectacular Tsuyu. Spectacular, spectacular Tsuyu. Spectacular! Moving on from surprisingly well put together parodies and back to Tsuyu's powers, we have some more frog powers to talk about, such as her most iconic and versatile power, her tongue. You know, I always found that scene where Raka and Tsuyu were walking through the woods holding hands a bit odd, but you know what? It all makes sense now. What the hell are you talking about? She uses her tongue for combat things, like grabbing and throwing objects, as well as long-range strikes against her enemies. Fun fact, Tsuyu can also store items in her stomach for later use, kinda like Riku from Penguins of Madagascar. But unlike him, Tsuyu actually hates doing this because it's gross and slightly painful to vomit these things back up. Which just leaves the question of why she decides to put things in her mouth to store them for later. But yeah, of course she doesn't like it. No one wants to have to vomit up their weapons for use later. I remember just last week I tried to vomit up that super shotgun I bought off Amazon. Yeah, no, I regretted that shit instantly. Why the hell did you eat the super shotgun? Oh, you see, I was trying to absorb its powers like Kirby, and as you can see, it really didn't work at all. Never mind, apparently it did work. That's kick-ass, man. Oh, I'm gonna try that again. Dude, you just completely destroyed my Shovel Knight amiibo, you bastitch! Oh, get over here, you're fucking done! Well, Tsuyu also has camouflage she can use to make herself invisible Halo style. Well, I mean, it's way better than Master Chief, since when she moves while invisible, you can't immediately spot her. Fucking Halo invisibility sucks. True, but I mean, that power makes that invisible girl in our class completely pointless, doesn't it? Well, not only can she turn invisible, but she can do it while clothed. Although, depending on who you ask, that may be better or worse. Wait a second, if she's invisible, why the hell is she so self-conscious about someone seeing her take off her gloves? What the hell are they gonna see? That's actually a really good point, but we're getting really far off track now. Well, on top of all those frog powers and camouflage for some fucking reason, Tsuyu actually has one more amphibious ability, and that's the ability to secrete toxic mucus from her body that she never really uses for anything within the show. But it does sting if you touch it, and by far its coolest ability is the fact that it smells exactly like her, so she can actually leave it places to make tracking her very difficult. Hey, wait a second, I just had a really interesting thought. What would that be? Is Tsuyu a furry? What? No, she's a frog, not a dog. Well, I mean, dragons are technically part of the furry community, so why not Tsuyu? And follow-up question, what tier of furry is Tsuyu? There's a tier list of furries? Well, no, but there are tiers of furry. Here, I'll show you. I'll put the big diagram up on the screen. See, tier 1 is a person with animal-like features, like a tail or animal ears on the top of their head. If you need an example, think of Blake from RWBY. This on the tier list is known as a non-furry character. Well, at least according to the tiers, it's called that. Now, on the other side of the list, we have tier 5, which is basically just an animal with a few pieces of animal clothing. Think like Miss Piggy, Ducko, or Ribbit Theater. Well, I'd assume Tsuyu would be tier 1 then, which would be a non-furry. Well, that's what I thought at first, but then I looked at the other tiers, and tier 2 is a human with more animal-like features, like tail, ears, paws, and even fur. If you would look at the tiers, you could see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, Tsuyu isn't covered in fur, she's a frog, not a Super Saiyan 4. Yes, but she has plenty of frog-like features, like her posture, her tongue, her face. Hell, even her powers, like the ability to excrete mucus. She's clearly a tier 2 furry. What? No, you're fucking insane, man. She's a tier 1, just look at that. She's mostly human. She has human skin and her eyes are still human. Look at the fucking tiers. I did, now look at fucking Tsuyu. You know what, let's just ask Gaius. He says tier 2. What does he know? He's a fucking nightmare monster from hell. You know what, let's ask It'll-Do, she'd know. Oh yeah, she's still stuck in hell. I should probably ask those SCC guys, what were their names? Oh yeah, Green Arrow and the Fantastical Hell Beast. Yeah, I should probably ask them to send her back at some point. Well, looks like I win, and she is a tier 2 furry. What fetish tier she lands on isn't important, let's just look at her feats. You're just saying that to change the subject because you know I'm right. Fuck you! Well, anyway, Tsuyu is actually pretty damn strong. She's able to help Deku take out several grunts, including the shark guy, which she straight up one-shot. And she would have had to be able to take out a couple of UA robots during the school entrance exams, and those robots were the size of buildings. She's also grabbed and thrown huge-ass rock creatures with nothing but her tongue, and she did fight against some Class B students. And she also helped Tokiyami, aka Dude Raven, take out several ectoplasm clones. Plus, her and her girlfriend Uraka, I'm just fucking calling that right now, took out a giant monster guy who destroyed an apartment complex. Well, your headcanon aside, Tsuyu's also super fast, as she can jump incredible distances and run 50 meters in 5.5 seconds. She's also kept up with Ectoplasm, who could outmaneuver Black Shadow, who earlier in the show was able to fucking blitz Pinky. And for a frame of reference, Pinky, aka the best girl in My Hero Academia, was able to dodge Naval Laser's lasers. Tsuyu's also one tough bitch. She's taken hits from Shinshida, and she's even taken a hit from Toga before. And just the fact that she can keep up with her classmates and even outperform some of them should show you just how tough she is. Plus, Tsuyu is incredibly smart. I mean, on her own, she was able to take out 30 of Ectoplasm's clones, and Ectoplasm is a pro hero who has years of experience in fighting villains. Plus, she was the one who made the plan to actually beat Ectoplasm that her and Tokiyami actually used successfully. On top of that, she's ranked as one of the smartest students in her class, and she was one of the first people to point out how similar Deku and All Might's quirks were. Yeah, Tsuyu is skilled, but she isn't perfect. As Kermit would say, it's not easy being green. Yeah, it's definitely not easy, as Tsuyu is weak to extreme temperatures, such as extreme cold, which forces her into hibernation? Wait, what the fuck? I thought she was a frog, not a bear. Yeah, she is a frog, but also extreme heat will actually cause her to dry out, turning her into basically frog legs. Wow, that's morbid. Oh yeah, but on top of all that, Tsuyu is still part frog, and thus naturally does better in water-based areas. Not to mention, she also lacks combat experience on her own. I mean, even Toga, the second best girl, was able to pin her easily. But no matter what, Tsuyu's ready to hop into battle and defend the innocent.
Yes, that's amazing! We're safe and we don't have to fight!
Yeah, but I
have a real bad feeling about this, Midoriya.
Alright, our combatants are set, but only one aquatic side character can come out on top in a fight to the death. Let's settle this! Tsuyu is walking through a city at night when she gets a call on her phone letting her know of a possible assault happening downtown. She quickly hops to the city until she arrives downtown where she hops to a nearby tall building. Tsuyu looks around for a few moments before seeing a short-haired girl being strangled by a large fish man. Tsuyu then hops high into the sky off of a building before diving down and kicking the Tattletale Strangler in the head, causing him to stumble back and let go of the girl. The Strangler reorients himself and looks to see Tsuyu helping the girl escape as he bends down and grabs a rock. Tsuyu motions the girl to keep running as she turns around to face the Strangler, but as she turns she gets hit in the face with a rock. Tsuyu rubs her head in pain as the Strangler rushes over and picks her up over his head. The Strangler then quickly throws her through the air towards a building. Tsuyu spins around and latches onto the building as she extends out her tongue and wraps it around the Strangler before flinging him high into the air. The Tattletale Strangler then starts to fall to the sky. Tsuyu hops over and grabs him with his tongue one more time before flipping around and throwing him straight down to the ground full force. The Strangler then bounces off the ground from the sheer impact of the attack, as Tsuyu drops down and stomps on his head like Greninja. Tsuyu bounces off of his head, she flips back and lands on the ground in front of the Tattletale Strangler as he gets up. The Strangler then laughs evilly before running at Tsuyu full speed. Tsuyu tries to hop over him, but the Strangler grabs her by the leg and slams her on the ground before he continues to charge into her, tackling her into and then through the wall of a building. As rubble and dust fills up the room of the building, Tsuyu coughs up a small amount of blood. The dust then starts to settle as Tsuyu looks around confused as she can't see the villain she was fighting. She hears a maniacal laugh echo throughout the room as she looks around confused. Tsuyu then walks around the dark office building, leaving mucus on a couple of pillars to distract her foe. She continues to look around, but she stops in fear as she sees a giant pair of scissors cut down a large pillar of the building. The Strangler then rushes at Tsuyu from the darkness, swinging his scissors towards her. Tsuyu then dodges and weaves between each of the slashes the best she can, but the Strangler manages to cut her a few times across the legs and body. The Strangler then runs at Tsuyu, but she hops into the air and grabs the scissors with her tongue before throwing them behind her. Tattletale then looks at her confused as Tsuyu runs over and sweep kicks the Strangler before following up with a flip kick, launching him back. Tsuyu then quickly looks around before grabbing a large piece of rubble with her tongue and throwing it at the Strangler, knocking him through several buildings. Tsuyu then walks out of the office building and turns invisible as she looks around for the villain. All she can see though as she walks out is a strange man with a fish-like quirk and a mustache, but the Strangler's nowhere to be found. Tsuyu turns off her camouflage as she walks towards the mustached fish man and asks him if he's seen the Strangler. The man looks at her for a few seconds before quickly grabbing her throat as he starts to strangle her. Tsuyu starts to gasp for air as she tries to pry his hands off of her. She continues to struggle for a moment before launching out her tongue and hitting the Strangler in the eye. She gasps for air as the Strangler backs up in pain, letting go of her throat. Tsuyu notices him in pain and takes her chance to attack as she launches out her tongue once again, but the Strangler grabs her out of midair and pulls her over to him. The Strangler then wraps her tongue around her neck before choking her again. Tsuyu starts to produce a bit of mucus to burn the Strangler, but he seems unaffected as he continues to strangle her. Tsuyu's vision starts to fade away as she tries to struggle free, but she seems unable to make it budge as she starts to die. The Strangler laughs out maniacally as he leaves the crime scene with a new victim on the ground. Holy shit! I don't think we've ever had a death by strangulation! And wait a second, did Tsuyu just lose? Yeah, she did, because our winner is the Tattletale Strangler. Like hell he is! I demand a fucking rematch! Well, I'm afraid that a rematch won't actually change these results. Really? Go ahead and do the rundown of the stats, because honestly, you have a lot of explaining to do how Tsuyu, the badass superhero chick, loses to some one-off Spongebob villain. Well, taking a quick look at strength and durability, both combatants were surprisingly impressive. You see, Tsuyu's strong enough to one-shot goons, lift and throw large monsters, and even take down a one-point robot, which are the size of buildings. But Tsuyu's best feat was the time that her and Uraka fought and beat a giant monster who destroyed an apartment complex. So at her best, Tsuyu should be hitting about city block level in terms of strength and durability. Yeah, that's incredibly impressive for a frog girl. You know what, you're right, that is incredibly impressive. Too bad the Tattletale Strangler is just way stronger. You see, the Strangler is capable of falling out of an airplane and running through walls completely unfazed. He's also had SpongeBob's cleats in his eyes for 6 hours straight, and he created a small nuclear explosion in his own head. Yeah, that's nothing compared to Tsuyu. You know what, that would actually be correct if we didn't know that the Strangler has killed several Bikini Bottom citizens, and is a normal citizen of Bikini Bottom himself, as seen in his cameos in other episodes. And in Bikini Bottom, full-on nuclear explosions are a normal, almost daily occurrence. Then add on the fact that the strongest people in Bikini Bottom, like Mr. Krabs and Larry, are scared shitless and even to death just by a photo of this man, means he's clearly at least on par with, if not far stronger than normal Bikini Bottom citizens. This would mean that the Tattletale Strangler is at city level at bare minimum, which is far above Tsuyu's city block levels of strength and durability. I hate that so damn much. Fine, what about speed? Well, the Tattletale Strangler is fast enough to escape the cops and outpace SpongeBob for a few seconds, but that's really it. And keep in mind this was early SpongeBob, before we had feats like Patrick running to the sun and back. Dude, Tsuyu's got that part covered. I mean, she can cross 50 meters in 5.5 seconds, and she's shown she can keep up with her fellow students like Uraka, who could dodge Bakugo's explosions at near point-blank range.
Not to mention she also fought Ectoplasm's clones, who kept up with Dark Shadow, and Dark Shadow was able to blitz Pinky, who dodged Naval Laser's lasers.
Yeah, Tsuyu may have been way faster, but that hardly matters when she won't be able to actually damage Tattletale Strangler. And really, she can't keep up that dodging the entire fight. Eventually, she's going to tire herself out. And let's not forget that the Strangler is a master of disguise, so he could easily get the jump on Tsuyu. It's a fake mustache, and Tsuyu's a genius. I think she can see past it. You'd think, but during her special assignment, Tsuyu failed to see that All Might wasn't actually dead for the sake of the assignment, and people have gotten the jump on her through other means as well. You see, poor Tsuyu actually had very few options to actually do anything against the Strangler. What about the fact that Strangler won't strangle a victim unless they're alone? Well, you see, every episode of Combo Breaker has the location what I call my void. You see, despite the fact that animations and narrations will tell you fights take place in on it, forests, or whatever, that location is always placed within a void. Essentially, this void means there's no outside interaction, even if the animation shows someone else in the background, or shows an enemy who's there just for an intro, and nobody else is around to interfere with the fight, and each character is given full access to their powers. For example, a character like Neo, Monica, or even Red from that creepypasta only have full control over almost everything and ridiculous power within the Matrix, or within Doki Doki Literature Club, or within that NES game. If you were to put them in the real world to fight a character like, I don't know, fucking Superman, well, technically they don't have their powers, so it's not fair. So for the sake of the void, they have access to all their powers as if they were fighting within their universe, it's just they're not in their universe. On top of that, this also adds in factors like if a character won't kill, this void gets rid of their no-kill rule, otherwise, there's not really a fight there. And then there's also the fact that, like I said, there's no outside interaction, meaning characters like Tattletale Strangler who refuse to kill unless alone, well, this won't affect them in the slightest because guess what, there's no one else there. And let's not forget that Tattletale Strangler is also so scary and intimidating, he turned Larry the Lobster into a lobster dinner with a plate and lettuce, so he could really just turn Tsuyu into frog legs. He doesn't even have to lay a hand on her. I hate the fact that she loses this so fucking much. I'm done. I'll come back for the next time to make sure you don't pick another stupid fucking fight. Looks like Tsuyu simply choked during this battle, which left her to croak. Our winner is the Tattletale Strangler.
I'm the Strangler? No, I should have known! I gotta turn myself in!
So, Patrick's the Strangler. Gee, you think you know a guy.
He's not the Strangler!
He's not?
I am!
Hey, how'd you do that without shaving cream?
Oh, it's a fake, you idiot! I bought it at the party store! Did someone say party? Ah!
Next time on Combo Breaker.
It's not over, I keep fighting, I'm always gonna be the last one standing, because I'm never gonna give up trying, and now I'm ready to go, I'm here, I'm waiting for you, and I'm gonna be the last one standing, and I'm gonna be the last one standing, the last one standing, the last one standing.
Oh my god! No way! Are we actually not doing a stupid fucking match? Is this a serious fight? Yeah, I think it's about time we stop doing all these joke fights for just a little bit and do a bit more serious matches. Yeah, I think after Hard DK versus Really Joel's dad and Tattletale Strangler versus Tsuyu, we definitely deserve a couple of more serious fights that people are not gonna call me stupid for wanting to do. But yes, up next is Jack Kamen versus Neku Sakubaru. So let me know what you think of the match down below, let me know who you think will win, and have a great day, guys. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. We're done with these joke fights for a little bit. Yes!